Sweet Dan Sweet. Goes to show you just what's in the name, doesn't it? Here's a comic book review.
Welcome to the end of the world.
Who are you to resist? Sweet Dan Sweet reviews, Lock and Key.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse.
I'll be on the back.
As always, I'm joined by
Sweet Dan
Yay.
Sweet,
which means it's time for Sweet Talking here in the video outhouse. Sweet Talking in the video outhouse, which is located at Alternate Reality, which is the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Mount Greenwood is a neighborhood in the city of Chicago on its far south side where the streets are just lined with gumdrops and beer.
lots of beer.
It's the most splendiferous place on the planet. And all new comics at Alternate Reality are always 15% off every day for everyone, including Lock and Key, which comes from IDW, which is written by the son of Stephen King. What the hell's his name?
Joe Hill.
Joe Hill. I
think his name's not Joe Hill, but that's what he goes by.
Joe King.
Like
Yes.
he's about as much Joe Hill as Stephen King is Richard Bachman.
Richard Bachman. Okay. But you reviewed Lock and Key #1, which isn't Lock and Key #1, but is. It's Lock and Key Welcome to Lovecraft, which is a $1 reprint of the very first Lock and Key comic. It's 32 pages long. There's also an 8-page backup in this book for a total of 40 pages for $1. Okay, which is whether he's going to say it's good or
off of it?
well. And I had it at the store at 40% off.
Woo!
For the first day that it came
60 cents?
out. 60 cents. And then the price jumped to 85 cents for the rest of the week because it's 15% off. Now you got to pay a whole $1 for it. But whether or not he says this is a great book or a lousy book, it's $1 for 40 pages.
And
I mean, if nothing else, you can pull the pages out and use them to line your bird cage. You're not going to find anything cheaper than that. Try buying a newspaper that's cheap.
For 60 cents. Good luck.
So anyway, Lock and Key, you read the first issue now of this series, which is branched out. I think it's done 3 miniseries now.
And they just launched another one this week.
Okay, four miniseries. How is this first issue? This very first reprint?
This was another great surprise.
Really?
I was only vaguely familiar with this. This was on the fringe of my comic book reading identity. I had passed it and flipped through it, and the art's pretty, but I don't know what issue to get.
You've probably heard about it too.
I've heard
it's gotten a fair amount of press.
Yeah, I mean it's Stephen King's son, you know what I mean? So of course anything he does is going to be pretty much, looked at in one form or another. Getting this for $1.
Yeah.
Reading the complete first issue and then reading about 1-2 pages of the 8-page backup, I knew that I was going to have to go back and buy a hardcover or trade paperbacks of this series and read it. Because it's a very, very interesting take. It's about a family, a young man who wants his life to be different than what it is. They're farmers, or they live in a rural place, or whatever. He's unhappy.
Yeah.
And then some pretty horrible stuff happens.
Okay.
Some shit goes down.
Yeah.
And his dad ends up dead.
Okay.
And his family, the remaining members, his 2 siblings and his mother, move in with an uncle to a place, a big house, Key House or something like that. I don't remember the name of it.
Okay.
Phenomenal story though, because from there, you start to learn that there's a lot going on with these weird keys, and the kid turns into a ghost, and it's really moody. It's really heavy on atmosphere and tone.
Right.
Once you get to the part where the kid's family is attacked, you're already into these characters. You're already rooting for them. You've seen bits with little past bits, and then all of a sudden this shocking left turn is taken, and you're dropped off in this whole other place. It doesn't give you a complete idea what the series is going to be like.
No. Well, when the first issue came out, you didn't know either. That was the point.
But the 8-page backup goes through almost like an update, like you would get in the beginning of any comic, and kind of gives you the main story beats that happen. So I was careful not to read all of that.
Okay.
I read bits and pieces here or there, sentences and words, and saw stuff that I probably shouldn't have seen that will probably alter my reading experience of the series. But I'm hooked on the series already. Okay. I need to read more of it. I need a hardcover, oversized edition with all the issues. You know what I mean? Because that's what I want.
Well, trade paperbacks have come out. I don't think they've done a hardcover.
I don't think they have either.
But the trades have come. Some of the trades have come.
And I will be tracking those down. And because it was only $1, because they allow you to read it for so cheap, you have no reason not to try it. The art, Gabriel Rodriguez, unbelievable. Unbelievable artist. Very capable storyteller. Lots of rich backgrounds. I wouldn't say that I would have expected that. If you just, I mean, he's got a vibe to him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, he's got a very heavy sort of vibe, but that's just, I mean, you got pages and pages of just landscapes and.
It looks like what's his face? It did Den for heavy metal.
I don't know what that is.
I can't think of the artist's name now, but he's also done some stuff at Marvel. He did the Banner miniseries. God, I'll remember.
Matsuda?
No, I remember this as soon as you shut the camera. Rich Corbin.
Nice.
Rich Corbin.
Way to go.
Rich Corbin. Looks like Rich Corbin stuff.
So it's really well done, really clean lines. I want to say a sort of a stylized animated style, but also very very rich in detail, very very well done. I think this is I can't believe I missed it. I'm embarrassed.
Well, you can't keep your finger on everything
It's my
that comes
job.
out. Well, you can't keep your Actually, let me clue everyone in on the way this works. New books come in every week, and Dan comes in, and there's a certain number of books that I pull that I want Dan to review, and then I let Dan pick some books, and usually it comes out to 6 or 7 books, depending on the week, that he reviews. I like to do a smattering of DCs and Marvels, but also I like to work some indies in, and so there's a nice cross section of stuff. Can't do everything. I mean, if you watch Ship Shape, you know this week I think I've got 169 items coming in. 124 comics are coming in this week. He's only going to do 7. So we're not doing everything.
Something's going to slip through the cracks.
Like this did.
For 27 issues or something. No, yeah. I really fell asleep on this one.
But you know that's how we pick the stuff between the two of us. I usually try to steer him towards certain stuff. But I don't ever give you any. I usually don't give you anything that you don't want to review. Usually,
I think I had to do a Ronald Reagan bio comic.
Well, no,
Lady Gaga.
And sometimes I give him stuff which is good for him to review.
Right.
No, it's good to review that because not everything.
You have to remain objective.
Not everything's going to be a gem that you're going to get.
But no, absolutely. And this is a series that luckily I got a second chance at.
Yeah.
Everybody else got a second chance at. There are still copies here. I suggest you get your ass in and pick it up.
Okay, so pick up Locke and Key. We've got them all down here at the store. And where can you find Dan's reviews for all the stuff that he's reviewed at so far? You can find it at the store's website. And the store's website is at, Sarah, help me out here.
This is just to keep me busy, isn't it?
Yes.
www.myalternateralview.com.
So, Tangletongue here is back to tell you to go to the store's website, check out all Dan's reviews. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
That's sweet, Dan, sweet.
Mr. California is back, everybody, saying bye!
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.